I may have just created the world's best blog post image generation tool. Let's test it and you can be the judge. Currently, it is in beta. I am giving free access to 10 people because I want to get some feedback on the tool. So if you like to get free access, fill out the form below and I'll be contacting people that I think is a good fit to be a free beta tester, and you can generate as much images as you like for a short period of time. But currently, this is how the tool works. There's two main ways in which you can generate content. The first way is by actually pasting in an article that you've already written. And this is up to 2,000 words, so it's pretty long. You can paste in the article. We will then take that article, convert it into prompts, depending on how many images you like to create. And then those prompts will then be sent over to the AI text-to-image tool to then create the image. The second way is by using the custom prompts. So this is simply where you enter the prompts in which you've already generated, and then you can generate images. So very simple and easy to use, but I think the output quality is really, really good. So I'm just going to copy over all of this content here. We're going to paste it into the tool. So as you can see here, it says it's approaching word limit, so it's only 50 words remaining. If you go over, I don't think it will allow you to actually paste in the content. So I'm just going to copy over the content here. Remember, it has to be less than 2,000 words. Maybe I will make that a little bit longer. We just kind of have to test out some API costs and see what the cost will look like. But this is the blog post content here. As you can see here, we have about almost close to 2,000 words. And then I'm going to generate 3 images. For the style, we're going to go realistic. We're going to use model 1. There are 2 models in which you can choose from. I am testing out these models. So model 1, they're both a mixture of different GPT models and different text to image models. So I want to kind of see which model people like the best, and that's where we're probably going to settle on. Magic prompt. So magic prompt is going to improve the prompt. If you want it to be better, we can leave that at auto. Negative prompt will actually remove anything in which you like to exclude from the generated images. So if you want to exclude anything specifically, you can enter that in there. Aspect ratio is going to be the size of the actual images. And so you can do square, you can do landscape, and you can do portrait. And then you could also optimize the first image to be a blog post cover. So the first prompt will be a blog post cover. So once everything's all set up here, we're good to go. We simply just go ahead and click generate prompt. So as you can see, it's generating images, but before that, it's actually generating the optimized prompt. So we'll be able to see the prompt in which we're using. And that's what I really like, because then you can actually go ahead and tweak that prompt as you like, and then help you to get a much better output that you're looking for. Here are the generated prompts. So prompt number 1, high quality professional cover image prompt for realistic analysis on tariffs and mortgage rates, an aerial view of the bustling Canadian city skyline transitioning into a series of residential homes to symbolize the housing market. On one side of the image, and there's all these different customization prompts here, and these for all 3 of those specific images. So all 3 of them are going to have very in-depth prompts. I'm definitely going to continually improve these promptings so that we're getting better outputs. But even for now, without really honing in and improving the prompts, we're still getting pretty good outputs, as you will see. So this is prompt number 1, prompt number 2, prompt number 3. Once we have that, and I forgot to mention, but you can actually go ahead and click this button here and you can edit these prompts. So all of this is customizable for these prompts. We can add anything in which we like within that prompt, and that will change the actual output. So you have a lot of control over the content or the images in which you're getting back. Okay, so here are the images in which we get back. So once they're finished, you can click view, and then you'll be able to actually view that image. So navigating the future Canadian mortgage rates and US tariffs 2025. As you can see here, let's actually take, and you can download it. Let's click download. It should download. Sometimes it's a little bit finicky. Remember, this is in beta, so I don't expect it to be perfect. So let's go ahead and download that. We can take a look at it. This is the second image here. Okay, so this wanted to show us first. Okay, that's fine. Navigating the future Canadian mortgage rates and US tariffs 2025, right? I would say that this is a pretty good image by the fact that we actually have text that makes sense. And that's what I really want to focus on, is that having text on images that look actually like text and not just gibberish. And that's really hard to do. So I'm really happy with the ability to be able to have text on images and create a blog post cover very, very easily. Now the image itself, I could say, is good, but there are areas I think of improvement. Like it can be a little bit more detailed in the actual homes and things of that nature. But as you can see here, it's not a bad image by any means. And I think this is a side-by-side, maybe comparing the one city within the States and Toronto, and then we have the CN Tower in the middle. So it is very nicely created. I think it was a well thought out prompt, and I'm very happy with that output. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other articles in which we get. So high quality image of a mortgage broker analyzing market trends. Now, I can see right away that we have some issues with the text on this image, and that's going to happen as these models still continue to get a little bit better. So I don't really like that. I don't really like that it's a little bit more digital. I would like it to be a little bit more realistic, but overall still not a bad image by any means. Let's go back here. The last image is a photorealistic digital art of a split scenario with two paths diverging from one single starting path. On one side we have variable rates, and the next side we have fixed rates. And again, I think this is a really nice image. If we're talking design wise, I really like it. Again, I really like that the words look very clean. We can actually customize the fonts and things of that nature, but that's going to be coming as we continue to iterate. But this is really good. I like this image. There's two different paths. I think it's really good. It's really relevant, and it looks good, and it'll look beautiful in your articles and blog posts. And again, you can click download, and you should be able to download these images, or you can just simply right click and save image as, and you can save them. So that is how you would use the blog post feature. Again, as I mentioned, there's a second way which you can use custom prompts. So let's say, for example, we already have our article and we wanted to actually create our own prompts. I can head back over to ChatGPT. I can paste in my article and tell it to create 3 prompts. I've told it to create 3 prompts that generate high quality relevant images for this blog post. So again, I can go ahead and copy over this prompt, and let's head back over to our tool here, and we can paste in that prompt number 1, add a new prompt. So that's going to be prompt number 2. And then we have prompt number 3 here. So we're just copying all of our prompts. We can add a new text box, and then we can click generate. Okay, so we're using model number 1. I think model number 1 is actually better than model number 2, so I'm going to keep that for this demo. But again, if you get selected to try it, you can try both models. And now I'm going to click generate. This is the first image which we get back, a infographic style image depicting the impact of the US tariffs on Canadian trade. Not bad by any means, but again, I do see some issues there with the wording, or sorry, with the actual text. This is another image showing the relationship between US tariffs, Canadian mortgage rates, and economic indicators. This is a nice image. I like this. Not bad. There are some imperfections there, but again, this is not a bad image by any means. And this is a high quality photo of a diverse group of self-employed Canadians, including a freelancer, discussing mortgage options with a mortgage broker in a setting. So this is a nice image here. I don't really like these little texts, but overall, this actual image is nice of these people, and this is what I really like about this model. Once you start generating some more content, you will see that it's very, very realistic. If I actually head over to my history, I can now see everything that I've generated, and I'll show you guys some of the other articles, or sorry, some of the other images that I generated that was really, really good. So again, for instance, let's take a look at this image here. This is really high quality stuff. Like, this it's hard to tell that this is an AI generated image. It looks like a stock image, right? And that's what I really like about this model, is that it looks hyper realistic. We can see pigmentation on the skin. We can see, specific things that you have in an actual image. And again, if we take a look at this other image, as you can see, there's a lot of really details in these images that make it look really, really good. So let me know what you guys think of this blog post generation tool. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. And again, if you would like to try it for free, fill out the form that will be in the description below today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this first look. I'm very excited to continue to build this out for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.